On this episode 103 of the podcast, I'm going to talk about mushrooms, breakfast, and a third thing. On my notes, I've just got insert quip here. I was unsure what to say about it. But anyway, let's get into it, everybody. Let's get into it. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Luke Who's Talking podcast. How you going out there? You going all right? Or you're awful? I don't know. Anyway, everybody, let's get into the first little anecdote, the quip, whatever you want to call it. Let's get into the first thing. Now, simple question. This is a question to you, the listener, which you won't reply to. But that doesn't matter, because I'm going to talk about it. Now, what is more controversial? Pumpkin skin, right? Eating pumpkin skin, or mushrooms? What do you think? Pumpkin skin or mushrooms? Because I know people who are dead against mushrooms. Honestly, I don't know what their problem is. I don't mind a mushroom. And also, pumpkin skin. When you've cooked your pumpkin, you've roasted it, you've boiled it, you've steamed it, you've done whatever. Not eating the skin, is that up there with not liking mushrooms? That's all I've got for you. That's it. Yeah. My nose is running, so just give me a second. There we go. Nice little Easter egg there for the viewer, seeing me wipe my nose. Now, yeah, pumpkin skin. I think I sort of got onto this thought the other day. We were having some, pumpkin for dinner, and somebody scraped their pumpkin off the skin. And I thought, well, I usually just eat it. It's not a problem. And I sort of got thinking, well, is this like up there in regards to sort of the controversialness of mushrooms sort of thing? You know, you either like mushrooms or you don't like mushrooms. You either like pumpkin skin or eat it, like with your pumpkin, or you don't. And I was like, That said, I have come across people who are dead against mushrooms, but I don't think I've ever come across anybody who is against eating skin, the pumpkin skin, like as avidly as people are against mushrooms. So that's just a pointless thought. But that's what this podcast is all about, isn't it? Pointless thoughts. Anyway, everybody, I have really nothing more to say about that. So let's get into the next topic. Yeah, why not? So, everybody, I'm sure, likes breakfast. Now, and I'm sure people out there also like breakfast in bed. Now, I have a proposal. to the breakfast thing. Now, can you have... Well, the proposal is breakfast before bed. So if you have something breakfasty, I'm going to say an hour, maximum an hour before you go to bed. So this being cereal or toast, for example. I think it's good for toast though. I think if you're having toast with a hot drink or with juice, right? I think I think it's safe to say, or you can say that's a reasonable sort of breakfasty thing. So I think if you're having toast with a warm beverage, is that breakfast? Why am I yawning? I always yawn in these things. I got to say, it annoys me. But so if you have toast, or cereal before bed, I think it has to be an hour before bed. Or in bed, for example. Now, is that a breakfast before bed situation / in bed situation? I guess, you could say it is just a late snack or like supper. Now, breakfast, you could probably just say is any meal or anything you eat in the morning sort of thing. Or once you get up, the first thing you eat, is that automatically breakfast? It could be. So, I guess if that's what breakfast is, could this be breakfast before bed? You're eating something breakfasty before bed, but I'm just throwing it out there, like the idea of maybe if you're somebody who gets up late or you don't have breakfast, for example, usually you just before you go to bed have a bit of toast and some cereal. Have 5 wheat bix and a bit of raisin bread and a juice, right, to wash it down. Is that breakfast before bed? I'm going to say it is. So I want breakfast before bed to become a thing, to become a concept, to become an idea, to become an experience. Breakfast before bed. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's all I've got to say about that. Let's get to the last story. And this is a doozy. This is a doozy, if I'm honest. So last Friday, I was in town doing a couple of things, and I went into a shop. Now I thought I'll go into this said shop. Just hadn't been there for a while, so I just went in really to have a bit of a look. Now, if you go into a store, the people in there, like the salesperson or whatever, they always try to make a bit of a light small talk with you, right? Now, sometimes people, I don't know if it happens where you are, but people might say, oh, day off today, for example. Or what are you doing today? And you're just like, doing nothing. But where I was, the guy said, day off today. And I was just sort of like, yeah, he's like, day off today, long weekend, and stuff like that. And I said, yeah, sure. And he was like, or no job. So he's like, day off today, long weekend, or no job. And I was like, what are you asking me this, though? Like, you could just say day off today and just leave it at that. Is it day off today or no job? And I was like, oh, I think I said a little bit of both. I have no idea what I said, but I thought, what? How do I respond to this? Now, in my opinion, the guy's only concern is, can I pay for what I am purchasing? He doesn't need to know anything else. It's like they don't need to know anything else, right? It doesn't matter. So he's like, oh yeah, day after day or no job. And I was just thought, what? Mate, copper. Person. All you need to do is you just need to go, you got much on today, or, just much planned for the weekend, something like that. Just like keep it casual. Yeah. And then he was like, oh yeah, so what do you do when you work? And I was like, and he goes, oh, do as least as possible, or something like that. And I was like, yes. My God. Well, but anyway, now that got me thinking. If I get a similar question like that again, I sort of had a bit of a ponder about what I could say, what my response could be. And I feel I've just got to come up with some crazy answer when somebody's like, oh, yeah, so what do you do? What's your job? Type thing, right? What do I say? So I thought, well, maybe I could say something like, aeronautical engineer, I work for Boeing remotely at my house. I don't know why I chose Boeing. Hey, maybe I could work for Airbus. But I could say, I work for Boeing on their military aircraft. Do engineering and designs for military aircraft. I do it from home. Yeah. Could I say that? But I don't know. If the guy was the person, I just thought, what? What are you asking? You don't need to get into that. My goodness. Have you had anybody ask you like a similar sort of question like that? Oh yeah, no job today, or some. You're just like, Anyway, let's wrap it up. Well, everybody, that is it for this episode of the podcast. The first 2 chats, I think, pretty average. The third one, interesting enough. Anyway, everybody, you can send me an email, of course, at luke.who'stalkingpod@gmail.com, or you can tweet me at L_who'stalking. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and all that jazz. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next episode, episode 104. Yeah. Anyway, everybody, thank you again, and yeah, I'll catch you next time. This is a snappy episode. I like it. I like the snappiness. Anyway, bye.